Welcome back to this edition of Up and Coming. I am your guest host. Apparently I'm tongue-tied and I haven't done this show in a while. Anyways, I am your guest host, Tina Avery. And we're here talking about weddings, getting married, the Total Elegance Wedding Show, I should know the name of it, happening on February 17th up at the Orangeville Fairgrounds from 11 to 4. That information will come up. So we've talked about planning, we've talked about what you're going to eat, and I think the first thing a bride thinks about, and possibly grooms, is, okay, what am I going to wear? Because it's so exciting shopping for a wedding dress, and I remember doing it many, many, many moons ago. So I'm thrilled that this beautiful lady, Charmaine from Sherry's Bridal Boutique, is here to join me. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You are extremely welcome. So you are a lucky lady because you get to help brides try on different dresses, and you're a consultant that helps them, basically, right?
Yeah, definitely my dream job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you yourself are getting married soon.
I am.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's very exciting. So I guess you had your dress picked out a long time ago?
I had everything picked out since I was like 4 years old. So
that's one thing about working in the wedding industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're one of the, like, planning my wedding was the best ever. Like I was just like, and now I get to do exactly what I want to do. I mean, it's fun to plan for other people. You get to do all different types of weddings, but when you're doing your own, it's just like, wow, this is so exciting.
Yeah, well, what I also love as well, like with any of the brides coming in, I think they also really appreciate having like another bride's opinion on the matter too. Mm-hmm. So they kind of know, it's like, well, you've been through this, like, what do you think? And it kind of puts them at ease. So it's really nice as well. Like, there's just so many emotions going through a bride when they come in for their wedding dress, and it's just so nice to kind of be a part of that.
So we're at the beginning, or roughly the beginning of 2019. Mm-hmm. What are the upcoming trends that are happening in bridal wear?
Well, there's actually quite a few really cool ones. So it was coming in a little bit more of last year, but mm-hmm. definitely becoming a lot stronger this year. 3D flowers are becoming huge. Wow. So unfortunately we don't have an example here, but of course you have the lace on a dress, but then you have the flowers that are kind of attached. They're kind of sticking off the dress itself. Right. So those ones are becoming really popular. Also sheer altogether. So whether it's a sheer bodice, sheer back, sheer sides. We actually have a dress here that is a great example of a little bit of everything that mm-hmm. is really popular going into 2019. So just I was mentioning with the sheer, you can see, well, I'm not sure if you can see.
You will be able to see, yeah.
All here is sheer, as well as going down the middle section there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we have that, as well as soft sparkle. So instead of the silver heavy beading mm-hmm. that you normally used to see on wedding dresses, soft sparkle is becoming huge. So even on this one, you can see some pearl. There's clear sequins that kind of give it more of a shimmer mm-hmm. Rather than bling. Right. So there's a big difference between bling and shimmer or sparkle.
Right.
So this dress is a really good example of that. Also as well, color. I know a lot of girls that come in and they're a little confused as the difference of a white dress and an ivory dress. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the time ivory is becoming more and more popular opposed to white. So you can actually see here there is an ivory lace over a color. Okay. So whenever it's like this, it really makes the lace pop more. We actually love this dress because it's one of the first ones that came in from Essence of Australia as the rum color. So we call it our rum dress. Okay. So yes, it's ivory lace over rum. And I'm not sure how much you can actually see down here as well, but there's a layered lace. Okay. So there's two different sets of lace. You see the larger lace over top, and then underneath there's a finer, delicate lace. Wonderful. So it really helps give a lot of dimension and just really fun features to the dress.
Well, I mean, so I'm looking at that dress, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Now, when I got married, I was a lot smaller, but now I would look at that and go, that's probably not the dress that I would choose mm-hmm. for myself. So there's different types of dresses. So let's talk about the different styles of dresses that people have an option of.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, every bride has a different
body type.
Vision.
Yeah, and vision.
Vision of what they want to look like on their wedding day, and body type as mm-hmm. well. So of course, this is a very fitted dress, just as you mentioned, mm-hmm. But there's also ball gown dresses, A-line, fit and flare. There's kind of like a boho look.
Okay, yes.
Where it's like an umpire and mm-hmm. it flows down. So again, it all depends on what a girl really sees for herself on that day. And a lot of the time, especially with girls that come into a store and they don't think that they can wear something like this, but they've always wanted to for their wedding day. Like at Sherry's, she has so many really great varieties and different sizes, so we can really accommodate anybody that comes in depending on what they want.
Right. Right. I mean, and I think you don't always know. Like, I had a vision of what I was going to wear 21 years ago, and I was like, this is the dress for me. I just know it. And then I went into the store, tried it on, and I went, oh, this is not the dress for me.
And that happens so often, especially with Pinterest. Like, girls are Pinterest planning all the time. They come in with what they want, and then they try it on, like, especially a dress they've been obsessing over for however many months or even years. And they finally try it on. They're like, oh, not what I expected. And then we're able to really, well, especially because Sherry and I, we see so many dresses on different girls, we can really, that's when we put our opinion in. It's like, well, you know, let's try this look on you instead.
Right.
And then a lot of the time they end up loving it. And then it kind of steers their whole perception of, okay, this is what I thought I wanted, but now, like, this is beautiful. Like, I can see myself getting married in it. Like, this, I feel bridal.
Right. And I think that's really important too. And to the, whatever store you happen to go to, is having that experience and having that knowledge. And I know that Sherry has that knowledge, and she has a wonderful location in Caledon. You're going to get that information very shortly. And she will be at the Total Elegance Wedding Show, so you'll have to come out and have a look then. But so when should a bride start looking for her dress?
Well, depending on the designer, a bridal dress normally takes about 5 to 6 months to be made and shipped to us. At Sherry's, we actually recommend doubling that time. So rather than the 6 months, we're actually asking that you start looking at a year in advance.
Okay.
So then that way, if the dress comes in and it's damaged, or maybe it's the wrong color, or maybe the wrong style altogether because the warehouse mixed up a number, we have had that happen, but because we've given enough time, we still have more than enough time to fix it.
Right.
So then we're not having a stressing bride just being like, well, my wedding's in this however, like, a few weeks and I don't have my dress. So we definitely want to make sure that 12 months is enough time so that they get their dress, they have it, and then they can do their alterations in the proper amount of time as well.
And how far in advance before the wedding date do you normally get the alterations done?
It depends on the seamstress. I know for one that we use quite a lot, she always recommends about 6 weeks to a month before the wedding.
Right.
Mostly because from the time that you order your dress to the actual wedding day, you may lose weight, your body may change a lot. I know a lot of girls, they're always either wanting to go on crash diets, which we don't recommend.
Right. Well, I really appreciate you, and I don't mean to cut you off, but we've run out of time already.
Oh, no.
So make sure you're coming out to the Total Elegance Wedding Show on Sunday, February 17th. Mark your calendars for that. Come out and see Sherry's Bridal Boutique. Charmaine, thank you so much.
No problem.
It was a pleasure being back here. I might see you again sometime soon.